everyone, and welcome back to the Unbothered podcast, where we like to chat about America's fifth sport, MTV's The Challenge, and we are back to talk about a brand new seasons of AllStars, AllStars Season 3. We got a double premiere this week, so not one, but 2 episodes, full-length episodes. They premiered Wednesday, May 11th on Paramount+. It is me, Nadine, with Tia, as usual, and we have a special co-host with us this episode. He is one of the members from the Unbothered group, Mr. Alex. Hey, Alex.
Hello, Unbothered family and the rest of everybody watching.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. So this
season,
glad
you're here.
Yes. So this season, we're trying to have like co-hosts every episode, whether it's other members of our group or even like collabs with other fan podcasts, just because we like having new, fresh perspective.
Love it.
Makes conversation go a little more interesting.
New people to argue with if you don't have the same opinion as we do.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Exactly. So we're going to jump right into it. Like I said, it was a 2-episode premiere, AllStars Season 3. The very first episode, appropriately titled, An All-Star is Born. I love it because I love that movie, A Star is Born.
Never seen it.
Yeah, me neither. I'm a crybaby, so anything I know I'm gonna cry in, don't watch it.
You will. It's very emotional.
Exactly.
It's just a love story, right?
Yeah, but it's like it's very. I can't explain it to you.
Plus,
Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper have great chemistry. And I love Lady Gaga.
They're probably dating in real life, and no one knows about it because that's what happens.
Exactly. They're keeping it on the down low.
Good for them.
So the theme this season is it's only cast members that have ever qualified for a final in the past. Even though TJ later says
kind of debatable.
I mean, Nia qualified. She just didn't get to go through with it. So that's probably why they threw it in there like that. Because even Nia has said, like, how are they going to explain this? Because I never actually did the final.
Yeah. He did one time say if they qualified for it, and then later he said if they made it to a final. So I was like, okay, well, anyway, I'm glad Nia's back because I love her.
Her comeback story, I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. I was a big hater of Nia, so I'm happy to see her back, and she's done wonderful growth, and I'm pretty proud of her. It's awesome.
Yeah, I definitely like this Nia. I was never a huge fan of her before. I was like, she just does a little too much for me.
Yeah.
I like this version of Nia. I like her. I'm liking her so far, for sure. The entrance this season is definitely different than the last 2. They're not all just hopping off a boat on a beach in 2 giant groups. It's kind of like a little old school season glamour where they're like pulling up in the sleek cars.
Yeah, they
dressed
very
to
old
the
school.
nines.
Everybody was so dressed up, and
they came in like 2s and 3s. Veronica and Tina appropriately are the first ones in the house, followed by the Godfather Mark Long, who left the stickers on his shoes.
He did.
Amazing. Oh, he can do no wrong though.
And he didn't even know it. And I was like trying to get a look to see like where where they were from, maybe. Like, is that like a red tag from Marshall's? Like, what's happening? I absolutely loved it. And then the rest of the cast just start arriving. They show them pretty quickly. LT Cyrus, Ronnie and Darrell, Jemmy by herself, Nia and Jordan with his goddamn cowboy hat. It looks too big for his head.
I'm over that look.
I think at this point he's like, let's see how ridiculous I can look every time I show up on camera. That's kind of what I think now.
It's the hat and the hair. It's just all of it. It's all a mess.
It sure is. But
I agree. It is a mess. And I don't know what's worse, the cowboy hat that looks too big, or
he's
the
good
mullet.
Looking. Like, he doesn't have to look like that.
The mullet is awful.
The mullet's awful. I mean, he's a former model. I mean, I don't know what he's doing.
I don't think he knows either. And he clearly just does not care. Nia looks great, obviously. Sylvia, Kayla coming together. It's weird having them there, especially Kayla, because she's only 29.
She's so young.
Everybody else is so much older. Like, even it's like she's 29. There's a handful of females that were like 33, 34. And then everybody else was in their upper 30s and 40s.
50s.
Mark and Cyrus are both 50.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully there was no 29-year-old guy, but I can imagine that that's weird when you have people who have been on the show longer than I mean, Kayla was like probably what, 11 when Cynthia was on the first challenge.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I'm not a fan of hers. So
I'm still not a fan of Kayla's.
Yeah.
I see. I'm biased because I've met her like 6 times. She's used to frequent my bar that I was managing. So like I have like she's like super nice and real.
I'm sure
like,
outside the house.
Yeah, she's awesome.
On the show, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I did like her in Invasion of Champions before she started getting blackout drunk every shift. But I don't know. I have like I guess I do one of those things where I kind of like have to somehow turn a blind eye when she does something that's cringy because I don't know, because I know her kind of personally. So, but I can understand the distaste.
Yeah,
from other people.
It's just on it's just on camera. She does too much.
She made some comment that she was known for what'd she say, like
drama,
strategy or something like that.
Yeah,
and I was like, no, let's be real. You're known for pissing the bed. Let's not get that
that's
twisted.
About it. Damn it.
And hooking up with the wrong dudes.
All of them.
They all do that though.
Sure.
But yeah, I did make a note that again, it's just weird seeing young people on here when this whole series started with the "We Want OGs" hashtag. Somebody that was on Total Madness and their first season wasn't until Invasion. I mean, they're on a season of The Real World where it was a theme. They were not even on like a normal Real World season. So to see them on a We Want OGs based show, it was weird to me. Sylvia, I still don't know how I feel about her yet on AllStars.
I know
she's very smart.
How
do you
I've never been a fan of hers either. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't think she's a bad person, but she might be my least favorite challenger, like a top 3 least favorite challenger ever. She's always telling how she's the underdog and everybody this and that. I'm like, but you still don't do anything. Joss carried you through everything and you got lucky. You had one good elimination and she just bothers me. She bothers me.
I understand. I completely understand. And then they cut to Big Battle West rolling out of the car with his 2 besties, his 2 ride or dies, Melinda and Nehemiah. That ridiculous outfit.
Yes.
I'm like, he is so dramatic. He's so dramatic. I don't know how anybody takes him seriously.
I'm here for it. And he does, and he knows he is. And he knows what he's doing. And I love it.
They were probably my 3 favorites coming out. Like,
the way that they came out of the car.
She's so beautiful.
She
looks like Melinda.
She doesn't age at all.
No, at all.
Her hair always looks great. I'm jealous.
Always.
Tyler walks in with Kellyanne and Kendall. I love that entrance too.
Yeah.
I love
their friendships. I love Kellyanne. I don't know why a lot of people have hate on Kellyanne. I love Kellyanne to death. I love her.
She's just a wackadoo, but we love the wackadoo.
Yeah.
We interviewed her and she's such a sweetheart. She's really nice. I love what she does for dogs.
Yes.
Yes. And we love Kendall too.
I love the 3 of them.
Kendall's great.
She is. I do love Tyler. And then the last 3 to arrive, the All-Star champs. Yes, John A. and MJ. Love the entrance.
Yep.
Loved how they looked. It was perfect. I am curious to see if John A develops any sort of a target on her back this season. I mean, she made it to the finals on All-Stars 1.
Should, really.
And was the first female to finish. She tied with Kellyanne for overall time. She won All-Stars 2 and now All-Stars 3. Like, is she going to get the CT treatment or is she going to actually get a target on her back? And that's what I'm curious to see if that's going to happen at all.
Better and better.
Yeah,
I mean,
she definitely is.
She's good at being under the radar always. So maybe she'll still go do the things that she does because she knows what she's doing. She's very smart. She's always top 2 or 3 in puzzles, every single puzzles that she does. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah. I just don't know how anybody hasn't gone, you know what? I want her out.
Right?
Yeah. I don't want her winning again another 250,000.
The crazy thing is though, like they're all big targets. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nobody there that's a slouch.
No, not at all. But I would want the reigning champ out. Just like they're already kind of like talking about MJ and yes, that's how the women need to talk about Janae.
Yeah.
And somehow she just gets away with that not happening. I don't know what it is. Yeah. She just has that little something, that likability factor, maybe that charm factor that people just don't.
She's a nice person. So like she doesn't rub anybody the wrong way. She doesn't try.
Right.
I did like that that's the second episode. Never mind. We won't go there yet.
We'll get to that.
Yes. Yeah. And I will let you all know if she's nice in person because she will be at Challenge Mania Nashville.
Awesome.
Going. So we're gonna see. It's like the whole damn like AllStars 2 cast is there. It's Katie, Jasmine, Janae, Derek Chavez. Obviously Derek K is gonna be there. And then, throw in John Brennan. Apparently John Brennan's gonna perform a song too.
Oh, John.
So John. I like John.
He's a good boy.
I do too.
He's just a good boy.
So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, back to the show. It looks hot as hell where they are. I think they're in Panama.
It does, yeah.
In like the fucking jungle.
Yeah.
Obviously our background. That's why.
Yeah.
For AllStars 3. Yeah. I do love Tyler's fan though, and I want to know where I can get one.
You should.
I think that's Tundra's fan, not Tyler. That's Tundra.
Oh, excuse me, you're correct. Tundra's fan. Tyler's borrowing it. I need to know where the bitch got it because I want one. I will try to find out because it gets hot and humid in Maryland, and sometimes you just need to fan yourself. I am here though for the Tyler and Kellyanne friendship, though I could have went without the enemas.
The enema talk.
Okay, so I was going to bring that up.
Here you go.
Well, because you and I talked about it because on RuPaul's Drag Race, RuPaul was doing coffee enemas and was like zinging all over the place. So I guess that's a new thing.
I
they were
guess.
doing did they say chocolate enemas?
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know. I don't even know what a chocolate enema could like. Do you melt down I don't even want to know. It makes me not like chocolate.
Yeah, I don't understand the purpose of that. Please, no one tell me because I don't want to know.
Well, I'm gonna Google it and let you know.
I mean, the coffee enemas make sense. It's because you have blood vessels, and it like it's like a caffeine.
Well, maybe that's what chocolate does. It like gives you a sugar rush right up.
I don't want that. No, thank you.
I like
what? Chocolate. I don't like that.
You guys tried out. You know how it is, and I still won't do it.
You tried out, let Alex know, but not me. I don't want to know because I'm not doing it ever. They show Cynthia.
I was doing it. I said I can Google what happens and then let you know what it says. We'll zero interest in that. Thank you.
You don't want a coffee enema? What about a latte?
It seems hot and spicy and not a good time.
Exactly. Maybe you can get a slushy one if you're in a hot place and cool you down.
I don't drink coffee.
So. I'm in Miami. That's perfect.
Oh God.
Oh, you're in Miami. Okay.
Miami.
I'm in Florida too.
Florida's the best.
It is the best.
Florida's the best.
I love Florida.
I'm never leaving.
Sure. Are you from? Well, we can talk about this later. We should go ahead.
With the non-Floridian here, like, yeah, sure. I'm in the north-ish. Anyway, so then we see Cynthia, the true OG, one of the original champions. I loved her interview on Challenge Mania, by the way. If you haven't had a chance to listen, you definitely should. She has fantastic energy. Like she's just, I wish she could have stayed longer. I would have loved to have seen more of her. Nehemiah coming in slick. I'm happy to see Cyrus. Nia and Jordan. Very flirty. Very, very flirty. And I do think he looks ridiculous, like we said. And they have a great night partying. Per usual on the first night.
I do appreciate that AllStars gives them the leeway to kind of like have fun on like the flag.
Loose. Yeah.
At their parties like they used to have back in the day. So it keeps that semblance of normality that they're used to, which is nice.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before. They have the best music on there.
Absolutely. Especially the first season of AllStars with the 90s all day, every day. I was so happy about it.
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. I love their theme parties. That's what I miss from the regular season. We say it every time we talk about AllStars.
I want to go to one of their theme parties.
Yes, they should do that. I would actually pay to go to one of those.
Me too, absolutely.
They are really setting up Wes to be villainous this season. I mean, all he's missing is a twirl of his mustache.
Are they setting up Wes, or is Wes setting up Wes?
I mean, look, he's just running on a treadmill and they're just throwing in all these clips of people screaming at Wes over the years and calling him this. Like, he enjoys the part, but they play it up too. And that's why I said he just needs to twirl the mustache at this point to solidify the whole damn thing. But I do like it. He's a fun little anti-hero.
As far as personalities are put in, like, I think he's got the best personality in challenge history. I think he's so fun, good, bad. You can't get enough of him, and he does a lot for the show.
Would I hate playing the game with him? Yes, he would get on my goddamn nerves.
Absolutely.
Because I would see through all his bullshit, and he would still lie about it, and it would drive me insane.
I don't get how they still feed into his bullshit every time, and they still don't know how to deal with it, and it's amazing to watch.
The thing is, like, he kills it, and he can be cocky because he backs it up, and he's super smart, and he can tell you he's smart, and he backs that up too. So
yeah, I agree with that. So then we get to the daily. After the little villainous clip of Wes, we get to the daily. Sylvia talks about having the nervous shits. That would be me.
First time in a long time, yeah.
I would be like, I need to eat a banana because this is going to go very poorly for me. I get nervous. I would definitely be nervous if it's been my first challenge in like 5 years.
Sure.
And she didn't even really need to be nervous, it turns out. But anyway, TJ explains what the theme is to them, and we have an individual game. There are no partners. Like it was partway through the way last season. It is an individual game. One man, one woman will be the winner. They don't have to win as a team. I like that. I like that better than the partners sometimes. I don't like it when it's the same thing every season.
I agree.
So, I'm here for it. The daily challenge is called Tunnel Vision. They basically all have to fight to stare through this hole that's through a really long, thick wall and stare at a puzzle with different blocks that have different colors and different shapes and different angles. And Cyrus is fucked because he's colorblind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was messed up.
It seems like there's always something. There's always a challenge once at least a season where someone is severely like at a detriment.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Jordan only has one hand.
Jordan has one hand. Yeah, right. Exactly. And they seem to make all of his eliminations very much a part of needing both hands. Like, it's unfortunate.
And yet he overcomes it most of the time.
Yes.
So
yeah, exactly.
You're not overcoming colorblindness.
Yeah, I just felt terrible for Cyrus. I was like, the first challenge, we gonna do that to that man on the first challenge.
Yeah.
They probably forgot he was colorblind anyway.
Yeah.
So they have to kind of fight each other. They don't super do that, but I was thinking to myself, I'm like, imagine if you're somebody that has impaired vision and you forgot to wear your contacts that day.
Me.
I mean, would you though? Would you go into a challenge and not have your eyes
if you assume like, well, what if it's a water challenge or somewhere where I fall? Like, do I want to risk my I don't know. I'm just saying, like, imagine if that was your first challenge and you're like, fuck, I forgot to put my contacts in.
That'd be awful. Luckily, I'm so bad with my eyes that I keep my contacts in 24/7. It's awful, making my eyes worse every single day. But if it was a water challenge and my contact came out, and I'd be screwed because I literally legally blind without my contacts.
It's different. Like, I wouldn't think you'd forget it. I could see one popping out.
Yes.
And then that would be a problem. Maybe if you just wear goggles. I don't know.
They usually do have goggles.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, which is smart. Yes.
Yeah, but would they give them to you on the challenge? I mean, this is the challenge we're talking about. They don't do shit for people.
No, they do try to make it as difficult as possible.
Yeah. And they tell you if you take help, you're DQing yourself. So I just couldn't imagine. And I mean, I wear glasses most of the time. So obviously if I was doing something like this, I would wear contacts. So I feel like I would be the person who forgets to put my contacts in and goes, why can't I see anything? Oh yeah, duh.
I mean, I'm like Alex, I wear my contacts all the time. Not 24 hours. I take them out at night, but yeah.
I think though, if I was in this daily and I had my contacts in, I think I'd probably do pretty well at this. I have pretty good memory skills. I really like puzzles. I like doing this kind of thing. Yeah, I would not be Tyler at the end.
Just sitting there, just like
looking. Just barely beating Cyrus, the man who can't even see the colors. Yes. Yeah. So I think I would probably do pretty well. Do you think you would do pretty well?
I think I would do well. I would have a pretty good memory, and I like colors, and I'm pretty good at that kind of stuff. But who knows I don't know that kind of pressure and what happens in the moment. Would I do well? I don't know. But if it wasn't, normally on those things, I'm really good at. When I do puzzles on my own with my wife, I'm good at them. But who knows?
I
Tia?
think I'd do all right. I don't have a great memory, but if you just did so many at a time, I'm good with shapes and colors. So I think I could be okay with that. I think my hard part would be running back and forth. That was my hard part.
You're like
I have
Cynthia.
No endurance.
You're like Cynthia. If you cut me open, a bunch of wine will spill out.
Yeah.
I will say that they were pretty tame at the wall. No one was really pushing.
They were.
You can go, which was.
It was very civil.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
That would not be that on the flagship show.
Throwing elbows.
No. And it does not work in their favor because Wes ends up winning. And I'm sure the other dudes are like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's not who you want to give power
I was
away.
super excited to see it, especially the villainous role being set up and he wins the first one. This is going to make it so much more fun.
Yes comes in second. Yes says he is happy with the second place finish right off the bat because he's right. We don't know what comes with winning yet. I don't want to put myself in that position quite now. I am very shocked that Tyler was doing so badly. And obviously Cyrus ends up losing. Tyler finishes second to last. I was just surprised. Like, Tyler's a pretty smart cookie. I would have thought he'd have finished this puzzle a lot quicker.
It seems like with his appearances on AllStar, he's not preparing for them. He's going just to have fun, and he doesn't care about the challenge that much, which isn't really a bad thing. He gets his appearance fee, and that's cool, but he doesn't seem like he cares that much. Not like his flagship when he was.
Yeah. Totally agree.
I agree with that too. I don't know, maybe it'll be different if he ever comes back to a future season. I guess we'll see. So, and apparently from what I heard, it took the men twice as long to do this challenge than it did the women.
This doesn't surprise.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. And speaking of the women, they are up next. Kayla insults the other women's eyesight. And I was like, you know what? I bet she wears contacts.
Oh, probably. It was just a bitchy thing to
She probably wears contacts too. And I was just like, girl, that wasn't even funny. Like, if you want to throw a dig.
We've seen her wear glasses before, right?
We have.
She wears contacts, so shut up with the eyesight contacts.
Exactly.
Tina is hilarious, per usual.
Always.
Cynthia's cracking me up, and Sylvia ends up winning.
With a quickness.
The quickness.
Yeah.
Alex is none too pleased.
I know. I was like, really? The first one?
Damn it. I know.
And she killed it too. It wasn't like, it wasn't like, she struggled or anything.
No. She did a good job.
Yeah.
If you have a good memory and with them not fighting each other to look at it, sure. I can see how you may only need 3 trips max.
Yeah.
Probably roll.
Yeah. To just, get it in order. You call check. If it's wrong the first time, like, okay, maybe it's these. So I can see how, if you're good with memory, it's not hard to win something like this. It'd be different if they had to like run a fucking mile in between the puzzle
right
and the wall, but it didn't seem like a mile.
No.
Kellyanne ends up coming in second. I was like so scared for Kendall, but she ended up not coming in last. And she actually finishes before Tina and Cynthia ends up being the one that finishes her puzzle last.
Yes.
I'm sad.
I like the way all that went down. You came in last, you're automatically going in.
Yeah. So there's no question. You don't get to suck at the dailies. And
thank God. I mean, the X's and then just like the unluckiness that you can come in second and still go on. I don't like that at all. I think performance has to be more important for certain things, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And this season, instead of just being two winners deciding who goes into elimination, they have something called the authority, where it's the top 3 men and top 3 women. I think it's stupid.
It doesn't
mind it.
I mean, it reminds me of the tribunal and all those seasons of how just nothing really gets done and no one really, it's pretty much everybody acquiescing to somebody else. No one can really do a power play here. I think the person who wins should have all the power and then make things more juicy, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I get it, but I didn't mind it. I don't know if these people are the acquiescing types, because usually when they do that, you're going to have like these rookies and everything. These people have done this before. Yeah. So they know they have to play hard. And I think we saw some of that.
But we see the first vote and just, it goes like, okay, we'll all vote Mark.
That's the second one.
Oh, the second one. Sorry. I apologize. Yeah. No, the first one actually went just like, yeah, we'll pick second.
Yeah. It's the easiest excuse. Right. I just don't understand why they need to have 6 people.
Yeah.
Like, that's a quarter of the cast.
Yeah. Yeah. I forget this is the flagship. There's 30 in the flagship. This is.
They started with 24. 2 of them are already going in elimination, and 6 of the 22 left are off the table. So it's like, it's weird. I don't like, if they want to do like a 3 or a 4 person, that's one thing. It's just 6 is just weird, but whatever. The first authorities that we have are Wes, yes, MJ, Sylvia, Kellyanne, and Veronica. And that also means all of them are safe.
Right.
It'd be really ruthless is if they did it like, so the losers go into elimination, the winners are obviously safe, and then the second place, because they didn't win, are automatically up for nomination.
That would be fun.
And they have to help pick the other people that go up with them. Challenge production, if you go with this idea, just cut me a check.
We already know Challenge production does not listen to the fans.
Well, I will publish this and claim copyright, God damn it. And then we also find out that the 2 winners of the daily, so in this case that would be Sylvia and Wes, get to sabotage someone on the next daily challenge. That's a lot of power.
I like that little twist though.
It's a grenade. Bringing the grenade back.
It's a grenade for the winners.
Yes.
So it's like you get like triple power. You're safe, you get to sabotage someone, and you get to nominate someone to go in against the losers.
I like it. It gives the importance on winning, which I think is what we need to focus on. It's good. I like it.
Well, and then we get the stars.
That's going to be something. That's going to be good. That's going to be good.
Because people aren't going to try to avoid it. They're going to want to go in.
Yeah.
So
maybe you have to have a certain amount of stars to compete in the finals, but I don't know. I don't know.
We're gonna see. I can't wait to see how that comes out. So obviously, they have 24 hours to make their decisions. If you were in the house, would you actually try to plead your case to the authority, or are you just gonna let the cards fall how they may?
The first episode, I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna train. I'm gonna just go about my day because I don't know there's always a twist. at the end of the first episode. There's always something that we don't know about. So I would like to see what happens if I get voted in, I get voted in, but I'm just going to let it play out the way it's supposed to see how their cards are, see how ruthless they're going to be or not be. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I agree. I would be the same way.
I don't beg.
You don't know what's going to happen. What's that?
I don't beg for anything.
Neither.
Right.
Neither.
My ego is way too big. I'm not pleading shit. If you want to put me in, whatever, and if I come back, you're fucked. That's all it's going to be. So let's just put it that way. Just don't be stupid about it. I don't care if you tell me or not. I will always be the person that will just assume I'm always going to be. If I'm not safe, I'm in danger.
Yeah, you got to think that. You got to think that and not throw a temper tantrum when people are like, I can't believe you threw me in. Friendship's over. It's like, come on.
You just have to always be ready.
It's a game.
Stay ready. Yep. It's a game.
Ready.
It's a game.
Everybody looks out for themselves.
Exactly.
So they have a house party that night. It's the jungle theme. Tundra looks fantastic.
Tundra.
That shit.
They must tell them that they must tell them to all bring those types of outfits. There's no way.
They do.
You know what?
They do. Because not everybody's going to bring a jungle outfit.
Yeah,
like,
they're probably
Jordan
like,
had,
oh,
a cheetah on.
Yeah, exactly. Lion. Wes,
but he might actually own that, so who knows?
Wes,
he might.
Great.
They all looked fantastic. No, I want to go to one of these parties. Damn it!
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Sylvia has a conversation with Cynthia, and it's just like, hey, pick a name. Like, who do you want to go against? Cynthia's like, I don't care. I don't play that. You pick it. I'll go against whoever. I like that mentality.
I think that was smart too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because when you tell them who I don't want to go against or who I do want to go against,
that's always who's going to be.
Right. They could put a bug up their ass, especially when Sylvia is one of 6 people.
Yeah.
It's not like it's just her and Wes decide. When you have so many factors, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, whoever you want, again, don't be stupid about it. Because if I come back, you're fucked.
Yes, exactly.
So I like Cynthia's mentality. And then it's deliberation time for the authority. Wes toys with the idea of voting for Jordan, but realistically, he's not going to go that route this early.
Not this early. No, that's stupid.
No, he's not that freaking stupid. They do ultimately decide on using the, well, you came second to last excuse to vote in Tina and Tyler. There was a part of that deliberation that seemed weird to me, and I don't know if it was the editing or something else was going on, and it was Kellyanne constantly asking Veronica how she felt about voting in Tina.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Well, that's her best friend. What are your thoughts? And Sylvia's like, well, she already said them. I'm like, why is she harping on this? So I don't know if she was trying to do it to use something against Veronica in the game, or like try to make her look shady, or it was just weird editing.
I probably think it's a combination of both, because there's always something in Veronica's pocket. She always is doing something. So I guess that's what they're probably figuring.
Could be. It's just
she
weird.
is a very shady, strategic person.
She is. And Tina knows it. Tina doesn't seem to get overly upset about going in. She does look at it as a Veronica pulled the first punch. Now I know I'm going to vote her if I get the opportunity and not feel bad about it, because she did it first. So I know where we stand inside of this game. And again, I like that mentality, because now you can get ready and focus on the elimination. Tyler seems to be more upset about the decision.
Yeah. And it's everybody that I can understand that. It's his roommates, the people that he's like living with in the house. And it's like, it's kind of shitty, but he also, I myself personally, if I come in second to last place and I do absolutely shitty in a challenge, I can't like be like shocked that my name gets thrown in if I'm just being terrible in the challenge. So
yes, I know. Yeah. I mean, you're going in at some point. So absolutely. Just do your best and try to come back. I mean, that's all you can do. Don't cry about it. Don't,
Yeah. And when you almost he would have lost if Cyrus wasn't colorblind.
Exactly.
So. That's the only reason why you weren't automatically going in.
The only
ultimately you have to show up. You have to perform. If you don't, like.
The only reason I would cry is because my awesome vacation would be over.
Yes, I do get mad. I would get mad about that.
Yeah, that's
Thanks,
true.
Guys.
But can I get like another week or two? Damn.
I know. We just hang out.
So we get to the elimination.
Don't film me.
Yeah.
I'll be right here. I'll be back.
Though I think, well, I don't know how it works on AllStars, but I know on the flagship show they get to stay for a few days.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they always go and do the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, just in
case.
There's
a redemption or a DQ or something shady the production needs to cover, but hey.
Yeah, exactly. So we get to the elimination and it's called Crawl Brawl. It's like the senior version of a hall brawl, but longer. Yeah, I'd rather do the hall brawl. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
You want me to crawl through this goddamn thing 6 times with sandbags? I'd rather hit somebody.
Every time.
And get hit. I'm okay with that. It's just 3 tries or 2 tries, and that's it.
Plus
6 times of crawling. Yes, I'm gonna dig the sand out, and it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
So one of our members, I can't remember who it is, she was like, I would just sit back and let the other person dig. And I was like, that's right. Yeah. Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. I would have probably done the same thing. I've been like, they're gonna get through this goddamn tunnel eventually, sweating and breathing heavy, and I'm just gonna be like, thanks, bye. And just scoot past them. So the women end up going first. Cynthia does put up a good fight, but Tina ultimately wins. So they have to drag 3 sandbags through this thing 1 at a time. So they have to crawl through 6 times. Sorry, hit my mic. And then once they have all 3 together, they have to drag them to this pole and hit a bell. I don't know why it's called a brawl, because
no one touches each other.
There was no brawling.
They like Tina let Cynthia go past. After you, madam. Like,
yes. Here's some money, by the way. Here you go.
And it wasn't nice like it was super tiny where only one person could fit through.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, excuse me. Yeah. Maybe on the main show they would have duked it out, but not when it's hot and they're old.
Yeah. And that challenge alone, like if you're not conditioned, you're not going to win. If you came like Tyler, sorry, you didn't come in shape. Cyrus, he came in shape for a 50-year-old man. He was fantastic. Yeah. He deserved to win that. Tyler came in overweight and looks like he came in sloppy. That's a tough challenge.
He gassed out early and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guys, go after the women, and when the first round they're head to head and Tyler is struggling with his carabiner, and it's the second time on All-Star season on the first elimination that a carabiner gave somebody a lot of trouble.
I don't understand that.
I don't know if it's the carabiner or the people.
Right.
I mean, carabiner is a carabiner, and I'm not going to say there's no way that there's any shady about it, but I guess under the immense pressure, people don't know how to twist and push down.
Yeah, because I think it's one where you have to twist.
Yeah, the one that you have to.
Yeah,
not just push. You have to.
Yeah, it has to be like strong enough. So Cyrus ends up winning. No surprise. I am sad to see Tyler and Cynthia leave because it's only the first episode.
And he's fun. And the house needs him.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see all of them. I wish they would give us 2 episodes before an elimination. But that's wishful thinking. I do like Tina ending it out with saying she might be premenopausal. She's like, I'm so emotional. I don't understand. I might be premenopausal. I love Tina. She's so funny.
She cracks me up. Everything she says is funny.
She's funny, but nothing she doesn't back up anything that she says though. Like she quit last season. She came dead. She came in second to last. We're not getting the next episode, but you know what happens there? It's just like, come on, you got to back this big bully, assertive alpha Tina thing up, and she hasn't. So it's just like, come on.
I don't disagree with you, but
I don't disagree with that.
She's funny.
We need the characters too.
I wanted to see more of her pranks. Like she did a lot of pranks last season. We only got to see the one where she gave Ryan the dissolvable shorts.
That's so funny.
I would love to see more of that. Apparently there was a lot. So TJ mentions that winning elimination earns you an extra star for a later advantage. We don't know what that is. So I think everybody comes with 1 star because they're all stars.
Mm-hmm.
And you gain 1 with each elimination win. So now Tina and Cyrus have 2 stars altogether. Well, we don't know what that'll do.
Right.
Don't know yet. So like I said, bonus this week. It's a 2-episode premiere. That was the end of episode 1. We jump right into it with You've Been Sabotaged. Doing pretty good on time, I think. So like I said, we jump right into it. I just want to say they have a fantastic house.
Yes.
Like when they were showing everybody out in like the infinity pool and like out on like the out. Oh,
and
beautiful.
Then Veronica had the nerve to say she wasn't impressed with the house. What? Get out of here.
She just
makes enough money, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, Veronica. You were gifted your 3 wins.
I don't care how rich you are. That house was impressive.
It's a 10-bedroom mansion in the Panama City. You could be a billionaire. It's still cool.
With the most beautiful
in the jungle.
People.
Like, come on.
Yeah, views that you can't get in this country.
Yeah, come on. You're just a mean girl.
Just admit that something impressed you for once. Like, right? And then I heard that she was like afraid of being too cutthroat because she didn't want Yes to think poorly of her.
Right. Yeah.
Girl, he's married. He don't care. It's just a little weird to me. Anyway. So,
I got nothing for
like
that.
I said, they have a fantastic house. And Sylvia and Wes decide to have a chat about who they may want to sabotage. She mentions either Kendall or Kellyanne. Wes thinks it would be smarter for them to align with those 2 than to make them enemies.
Agreed.
I agree with him.
Yep.
But Sylvia and Kayla are idiots.
They're I mean, Kellyanne and Kendall are pretty much buddy by themselves. Like, there's a lot of old G's that have a little bit more alliances. You need help.
Yeah. And Kellyanne came in second on the first elim. They know Kendall is a beast, and it would be smarter to have them on their side, especially because Kendall's been there the last 2 All-Star season. Kellyanne was on All-Star season 1. It can help bridge that little bit of a generational gap when it comes to this show. But again, they're morons.
They are. And I will give you that. Kayla's gameplay might be the worst I've ever seen in my life. I like her as a human being, but she's awful at this challenge.
Yeah, she thinks it's great. And I'm like, girl, no. I'm sorry. No. I don't care how much you write in a book. When you're there, no, it's no. Yes. And then they take us right into Sadness Central with Mark talking to his mom and talking about his mom fight with stage 4 cancer.
Jesus.
It was heavy.
Sad, man.
It was so sad. I just think it's amazing that seems to be doing as well as she is with kicking cancer's ass. I can't imagine, especially because I know she's older. I just can't imagine. Like, good for him and good for her for fighting it. And I know she still is. So
yeah, props. And then his just incredible attitude in life in general and everything he does.
Yeah.
Is perfect. So Mark's
it is.
He's a
and I love how he talks about his mom. He's like, she's my favorite person. I love her. I'm like, I wish everybody treated their moms that way. Though, to be fair, not all moms deserve it. But I do. I love to see it. So,
well, if you look at his Instagram, his parents are all over it.
Yeah, he loves his parents, and they love him. They're so proud of him.
I kept hoping I would run into any of the 3 of them in Orlando, but it never happened.
Maybe it might still happen. You never know. Whenever you go over there. Yeah. So after that tear-jerking moment, they take us over to Melinda, whose ankle is causing her problems. She's still having problems with it since the final of AS2, because apparently it was only 3 months in between filming.
I mean, unless it's a certified high ankle sprain, I think this is, as we'll find out in the future of this episode, I think this is excuses. She didn't seem to be with it, in my opinion. Yeah. I didn't see the Melinda from All-Stars season 2, that fight that she had, but that's just me.
Yeah. It could also be that they came back way too soon. I mean, I don't even think Tyler was fully over his injuries he sustained going into elimination against Lettieri. Broke ribs and a fractured wrist. Like, and when you're older, that takes a while to heal.
Yes,
he got messed up.
Like, Lettieri fucked him up. And Tyler was very upset about it because they apparently had an agreement. But anyway.
So
$250,000. I'll fuck someone up.
Did y'all catch Sylvia saying that she and Kellyanne were comparable in size?
I literally wanted to burst out laughing and just like lose my mind.
I'm like, in what way? Like,
because Kellyanne's like taller. Kellyanne has a very yoga-esque body. Like, she's got very good core strength.
Sylvia has the opposite of a yoga body.
Yeah, and look, no shame to her. I don't have it either, but I would not compare myself to Kellyanne or Kendall size-wise.
Right. I was looking at the I even paused it and I was like, did she just say that? It was weird.
She was better off saying like Tina or Veronica.
Agreed.
She just didn't want to. And look, no shade. Like, we're all built different, but like, you got to be realistic at the same time. I think she was just intimidated by Kellyanne.
Kellyanne's a beast.
And Kendall. They're both beasts. Yeah, they're both beasts. I do love Melinda's friendship with Tina, though.
Yeah,
I think that's beautiful. I love to see that for sure.
They're cute. They have a cute dynamic.
Yeah, they do. So then our next daily is the Heights Over Water challenge.
I like that challenge.
Dun dun dun.
I like that West shit the bed on it too. That was funny.
Yes, I did too. So it's a Heights Over Water challenge. It's called Out of Reach. They basically swing back and forth until they kick a box over with a key. Then they drop in the water, grab the key, and solve a puzzle on the land. West chooses he's going to sabotage Jordan. No surprise.
Yep.
Right.
Sylvia chooses Kellyanne. Stupid.
It's so
bad. Wes is such a smartass. This whole little set, I loved it. Our first heat, you got 6 guys. It is Jordan, LT, Wes, Derek, Mark, and Nehemiah. Derek kicks his box over first. Jordan next. Jordan has to wait to solve the puzzle because he's got that 1-minute sabotage. But he still completes the puzzle first.
Yep.
Disappointed in Derek. Disappointed in him.
Not a lot of talk, or it's definitely editing, but Jordan's easily pound for pound one of the greatest challengers ever walked on the show, and people don't really give him enough respect, and it's insane.
They don't, and it's because of his size, I think.
Yeah, he's incredible at everything.
Yeah, if he was on as many seasons as CT, he would probably, and Johnny, he would probably have more wins than either of them combined.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt, CT's my favorite. Johnny still's the GOAT, but I think Jordan's the best challenger that's been on the show.
I see Jack's butt in the background. Tia keeps flashing.
He just jumped up behind me.
He's just got a husky.
He's my little fuzzy boy.
That's funny. So like I said, Jordan finishes the puzzle first despite the time penalty. I'm gonna be honest, if he didn't have the time penalty, he probably would have won. Nehemiah finishes second. Love Nehemiah. I don't understand how Wes is doing so badly.
It's weird.
So bad.
He seems pretty top heavy right now, so it should have been an easier swing for him. So.
While I was watching, I'm like, is he trying to throw this? Is there something I'm missing? Like, is there some ulterior motive thing he's got going on? Nope. He just sucked at it.
Him and Letarian
like he gets
really shit the bed.
Because he gets the puzzle done like that, he just couldn't swing to save his life.
Yeah.
We need to talk about the puzzle because I have a big issue with the way some of the people's puzzle looked, and it was supposed to be okay.
Jemmy?
Well, it wasn't just hers.
Somebody else too.
I think, yes. Whoever, there were 2 ways, I guess, to put or 2 different puzzles. I don't know. And one of the ways, it had this big square gap in it. No matter how you would have moved them around, there's still a gap there. I'm like, that's not right.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Production probably fucked up on the way they. I
even took pictures of it, but they all look the same. It just had a big gap in it.
I definitely saw that with Jemmy's, and that's another thing. I'm really surprised at how long Jemmy took to do that puzzle.
Maybe she knew it wasn't right either.
Uh-oh. So I don't know if maybe it was 2 different puzzles or not, but I know that for the women, Sylvia won. Did Sylvia win? No, it was John A. It was John A that finished. I'm sorry.
Pretty fast.
John A won. She was very fast. I think she was even faster than the guys, maybe. And Kellyanne is struggling and panicking, and I was really surprised because she did so well on the last one.
It was weird.
It was freaked out.
Like she just shit the bed. Like that sabotage fucked her up.
Yeah. Took it to heart and then couldn't figure it out at the end.
Yeah. I was slightly entertained by her panicking. You know, she's like, I am not a calm person. If you're not going to help me cheat, then shut up.
I love that.
I was definitely here for it. It was very entertaining. Like I said, I was surprised Jemmye struggled. And then we had our third heat, which was the rest of the guys. Yes, Brad, Cyrus, MJ, and Darrell. Darrell just refuses.
If it's heights, he's like,
he hates heights.
Hates it. He told us about the roller coaster his mama made him get on. That's why he hates heights. Well, at least
I'm finding that after 20 years later that he's letting us know that he had a roller coaster issue, because I didn't know that.
Yeah. Now we know why.
Yeah.
MJ kicks his box first, followed by Cyrus, Yes, then Brad. Darrell just waits until he runs out of time and they force him to drop. No surprise, Yes completes the puzzle first very quickly. Wes is obviously so jealous. That confessional, he's like, oh, yes is this and that. And I'm like, dude, shut up. We know you're just envious. It's okay.
I'm actually surprised that nobody got really hurt because they all fell
so weird.
Awkward,
yeah. Yeah.
The only thing I could think of is maybe
when they finally kicked it over, did they release themselves?
They have their own release.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought.
And so that's why no one timed it right. So they just like did it immediately. So they were still going
to
miss.
Like,
yeah. I think Cyrus was the only one who dropped straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the way I would have dropped, is like pointed my feet down.
Old man smarts right there.
He was very smart. So Darrell solves the puzzle pretty quickly despite the time penalty from, you know, having to drop due to not swinging. Heat 4 is the rest of the women. Tina, Kendall, Ronnie, Veronica, Kayla. I don't know what Tina did. Look, I didn't say I liked her because she's a badass competitor. I said she's funny.
Right.
And I don't know what she did to get in that position in that swing.
I'm for it. I liked it. I liked watching that happen.
She just falls right out of the swing. DQs,
because she does not pull herself back up, I guess. I mean,
I guess she's like, I know I'm top heavy, but damn. Kellyanne is like, that sucks, but thank God, because otherwise I know I was going in.
Oh, for sure.
That's funny though.
Tina knows that she's gonna get razzed for this, and at least she accepts it. I'll give her that. Kayla kicks her box first, followed by Kendall. And I love the way Kendall completed her puzzle, just smiling. This is
she's like in a bubble of happiness. I love that about her.
I do always too. Like that.
She's so cute. I love her.
Yeah, good girl.
TJ's banter with Tina is just even more amazing. She's like, no, I dropped first. I did pretty damn good. And TJ just laughs his ass off. He definitely has more fun on the AllStars.
100%. He has a relationship. Like he has rapport with everybody. I don't care about these new flagship people he's never seen before.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not, I don't want to use the word relaxed, but he's more relaxed.
Yeah.
You know, just in general. The challenge itself is not relaxed, but he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's wearing Hawaiian t-shirts and shorts and flip-flops instead of wearing like 17 overcoats and looking like a double agent spy man.
When we know that's probably not how TJ dresses in real life.
Exactly. I mean, he wears t-shirts and shorts. He's a biker. He's
exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So the overall winners with the best time was Yes and Kendall. I was so happy because I love Kendall. And then Jordan, Kayla, Johnny, and Brad make up the rest of the authority. And Wes goes to mockingly make his case because now the roles are reversed.
Sure.
Jordan has the power and Wes has got nothing. He plays this cat and mouse game with each other. It's like that's what they do, and Johnny is here for it. She's like, I'm just glad I can watch this. I'm just happy I get to be here and see it in real life because that's
she's exactly the smart one. Sit behind the scenes.
Yep. Just watch them play cat and mouse with each other. And then it's party time again because that's how we end a stressful day on our daily challenge. We party. I love the music. I'm wondering if the dogs are stray dogs.
House dogs. We're gonna go with house dogs.
And the one was trying to eat Kellyanne's fingers.
Kellyanne is me. If I go anywhere that there's a dog, too. I'm there.
Yeah, I'd be playing with the animals.
Yeah.
Other than the one trying to chew on my fingers.
It was a love bite. It wasn't mean.
We don't know that. Well, I mean, love bite at first. It might have been just trying to get a taste. Like, I wonder what this finger tastes like. So they're all trying to figure out, like, okay, who wants to go against who? Latarian says, I don't care who it is as long as it's not one of my 3 friends. That doesn't leave a lot of options. Because again, 3 guys are automatically off the table because they're safe. And then you want us to subtract another 3 guys out of the 11 that are left, only 10 of which are options because you're the 11th, and you want us to remove 6 of those options.
Asking a lot.
Yeah, it's asking a lot. Again,
it's also strategically stupid if you're not in with Latarian's group. Why not bust up an alliance?
Sure.
Yeah,
that
would be the smart thing to do. Tina tries to make demands of Janae. Janae is not impressed.
I did not, like, you don't have the right to intimidate or bully someone when you've been so god awful on these all-star shows. Sorry. I hated everything about it. And I love that Janae's like, I'm definitely going to just give you what you don't want.
Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, this isn't 15, 16 years ago. It doesn't work like that on this show anymore. You don't run the shit. So the authority ends up meeting to deliberate the next day. They're not all in agreement this go around on how they want to vote. It turns into the thing where I don't like such a big group of people voting, because then they all want to save somebody. The person going in wants to save somebody, and then that's how you end up with somebody like Mark getting voted in on the second elimination.
Awful.
I'm like, I know there should not be any free rides, but I feel like Mark should at least get a free ride through the first couple of eliminations.
He's the reason why they're all there. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
And the female that they went with was Melinda, because that was one of Tina's friends. And Tina said, I don't want to go against my friends, Melinda or Veronica. So they picked Melinda because Tina came at Janae the wrong way and they didn't like it. And that's what happens when you make demands.
I like the way that the girls got the decision made. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, it does. And everyone is shocked that they picked Mark.
Absolutely.
Like, I would be shocked. Mark was shocked.
He tweeted or messaged Brad or something recently, and he was like, I still love you, bro. So he handled it well because he's a gentleman.
Yeah. I mean, Brad is one of 6 people. If 5 people outvote him, what's he going to do?
Exactly. Yeah. But most people don't have the wherewithal to understand that they can't control whether you go in or out every single time. It's just crazy to me that Wes wasn't thrown in, but I love it. But it's crazy that he wasn't thrown in.
Same that Jordan wasn't thrown in when Wes had the power.
Exactly. It's too early for those boys to go in.
It's too early. And again,
but didn't Brad say he wanted to save person? Wes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But Jordan and Kayla and whomever could have outvoted that. It's just so much more convoluted when there's more than 2 people involved.
Yeah.
So much more convoluted. Tina is not pleased that they chose Melinda, but she's just like,
my dog is chewing on something every
she's not pleased, but it is what it is, I guess. LT is very shocked / kind of pissed that they chose Mark.
I think I'd be pissed too if I was him.
Yeah.
It's the only part, especially on a physical standpoint, because for some reason they do like giving Latarian only physical eliminations.
Yeah.
And Mark is the only one that is bigger than him. So I can understand frustration.
Mark's significantly bigger than him. And he's the godfather.
He is.
And, guys like Latarian, who we hadn't seen on the show in
20
years.
Yeah.
And now they got their second chance. They don't want to go against the guy that helped make that happen.
No. That's a rock. Talk about a rock in a hard place. That shit sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. So we get to elimination time. Melinda chooses to bow out due to her ankle, making the winner Tina by default, which is kind of ironic because it's almost what happened last year, but reverse.
Do you think that it was because it was Tina that she bowed out, or was she going to do this regardless, or was there just not enough play up on the reason that her or with the way their ankle's hurting? She only said it one time, like, I didn't know it was this serious that she's going to just quit. Why didn't she quit before anything? It was a very, I didn't like how she decided to go about it.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a mix of maybe she just wasn't feeling it this season, and a mix of maybe her ankle was bothering her, because like I don't remember how she hit the water. Maybe that could have had an impact on her. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. It might be a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of everything. It was not a long time in between seasons 2 and 3 to film. She might have felt like she left home too fast on top of it.
Sure.
Or just retweaked it. I mean,
yeah.
It just, all of it was just not, I didn't like the way it went down. And even if she did retweet it, and that's unfortunate, but like $250,000, a tweaked ankle is not going to stop me from trying.
Yeah. And who knows how editing is. It's like last season when Kendall just disappeared and they tried to claim it was an injury. And no, it's because I caught COVID from someone on production.
Yeah.
When I was getting medically checked out from the fall. So
awful.
They don't like to explain stuff very well. That breaks that fourth wall, as we've seen. So Tina gets lucky. She survives another week. But Mark and LT, they will have to go head to head, and it's called Lights Out.
How funny is it when TJ told Tina, you get to pick?
Oh yeah,
you're gonna go.
That was awesome. That was really funny.
I almost wish it would have gone like that. They just don't have.
I know. When he said that, I was like,
I'm just wondering.
Savage. But then they said no.
Who would she have picked?
Would she have picked? Because he said anyone. That means anybody that was in the authority as well. Maybe she goes right for John A. That would have made for spicy TV.
That would have. Or she might have gone for Sylvia.
I don't know. I mean,
or maybe she would have gone for Veronica and fucked shit really up.
Or she would have chosen somebody that she doesn't know how well she'd do, like Ronnie.
That's true too.
Yeah, we haven't seen what Ronnie can do.
I think she's sneaky good. I think she's sneaky good.
No, I think she's going to be really good. But at that point, we didn't know if she was going to.
They don't know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So the game is called Lights Out. And it's an interesting name for this game because the last Lights Out was literally a giant light bright board.
Yeah.
This is not that at all. It's like the old one they had on, I think it was the Duel.
Dude, with CT and Brad.
Yeah. But this time you have to go the same. They were going the same way. You have to like get to your box where there's a light switch and turn the light. It's physical. It's an endurance game. It's a hell of a good fight.
Oh yeah.
It's a hell of a good fight. Laterrian tries a trick that some of his friends suggest who are watching. It did not work.
Those are tough matchups there because weight is really significantly important. And if Mark's big, he's like 6'2", 220, 225. He's big. And I think Laterrian weighs like 180 and he's strong. So like that's a big advantage.
Yeah.
Well, and I thought it was actually a good idea for LT to do what he did.
Yes.
Because what else was he going to do? He was going to lose anyway, so he could have taken a chance and possibly have caught Mark off guard. Obviously, it didn't go in his favor, but he had to shoot a shot.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. LT always gives his best. I love LT's.
Yeah, me too.
He definitely does give it all. So sadly, we say goodbye to Laterrian very early.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, the OGs are dropping early. They're dropping early. I hate to see it, but it's the name of the game. I mean, I like most of the people that are on this season, so I'm gonna hate to see it. Most of them go home.
That's been my problem with the first 2 seasons. I never wanted anybody to go home. On this one, I mean, if Sylvia and Kayla left and Jimmy left, I don't really care. But
same. I'm there for it.
Yeah, Jemmy hasn't had too much screen time in the last 2 episodes.
Thank
Very
you.
annoyed.
Thank you.
Perfect. I was a little, I rolled my eyes a little bit at her when like Johnny, I guess, was venting about the Tina thing. And Jamie's like, well, if she wants to come through, she can come through. And I'm like, sit down.
Like, you've done zero. Jemmy's done zero in this challenge. She lucked in. Relax. Know your role. Know your location.
Exactly. 100% agree.
Have some ketchup. Get over it. Jesus.
Have some ketchup. Get over it. So how are we feeling about the first 2 episodes of the new season so far?
Loved them.
I liked them. I think it's setting up for a very fun season. It's good. It's not going to be boring. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Look, I'm going to just take what I can get on these shows because we don't know how much more we're going to have. So, yeah.
True. Yeah, the challenge is definitely it's finite. It's not going on forever. Well, the challenges we know and as we grew up with,
right?
It's going away. Like, I don't know what the CBS challenge is. I'm gonna watch it. Of course, it's TJ. But like, I don't know these people. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
upsetting me.
We're in the same boat. I'm gonna watch it, but I don't have to be happy about it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And if it doesn't hold my attention in the first couple episodes, I'm not gonna finish. It's gonna be like Big Brother. If I'm not intrigued in the first couple episodes, I'm not finishing it.
I just can't get into Big Brother.
I really can't. I've tried a few.
Never even tried. It just, there's something that's unappealing about it. Knowing that like Josh won a season, it upsets me. Like, and I don't even mind Josh. Like, I like Josh, but like, if that's a show where Josh is winning a show, the whole thing, it's upsetting me. I'm not gonna watch it.
I totally understand.
I tried the last 2 seasons and I think I watched maybe the first 4 episodes of both, and I just cannot get into it.
It airs so much.
Yeah.
And with the live cams throws into it, it creates such an overflow of information that it's too much for me. I can't keep up with it. I got too much going on. Too much going on. After, I feel like the way that this is going to work is when AllStars 3 is done airing, they will air the CBS The Challenge, and then I feel like we will get season 38 of The Real Challenge in October, November.
Yeah, that's
so
usually
what do you guys think about all the stuff they're saying and like who's going to be on it and rider?
It's all over the place.
I've seen conflicting things everywhere, and I just give me Johnny Bananas in any format and Wes, and I don't care what it is. I'll be happy. I miss him. He brings so much to the show. I'm sick of the Big Brother. Fan? I'm a Bananas advocate. He does so much for the show, and he brings everything, drama. He's cutthroat. He's ruthless. He'll steal whatever he wants, but he wins. Like, yeah. And he's like kind of what the challenge was built off of, him and CT, and just dominating everything. I miss it.
Yeah.
And there's a fluidity when there's certain big names are on there, and there's a normalcy and I don't know, it makes me feel comfortable and I like it.
No, I understand. It's just, there's so much information flying around right now that I'm just like, I'm not really going to believe anything until these are the people that are standing in front of TJ list comes out.
Of course.
But
absolutely.
If that list is right and it's like the ride or die thing, what do you think about that?
I like the ride or die thing. We've been talking about that for a long time. I think a lot of people have wanted to see an opposite version of Rivals.
I like that, but who would be, because Banana said he's coming back in his podcast. So who would be Banana's ride or die? Because Leroy's
Nani
not
or Jenny West, because it's going to be male female teams.
Oh, I mean, if it's Jenny West, just give him the champ right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. And then they said that it's potentially Brad and Melissa.
I don't understand that.
Are they even friends? Okay.
Brad and Marie would make way more sense, but Brad and Melissa does not make sense to me.
And it might not even be true, but
yeah, it may not even be true. Or who knows if it will be.
His beard. Jesus.
He did cut his beard. Didn't you see our interview?
I didn't see it.
What? It was so good.
Not acceptable.
He was great.
I love Brad. Brad's awesome.
Yeah.
I can say nothing bad about Brad. I love Brad.
We love him. I love him even more now. But yeah, he did cut it because we talked about it on there.
Oh, perfect. Send me the link. I'll watch it.
Yeah. It's on YouTube. Unbothered podcast.
On YouTube.
Oh,
it's pinned on the Facebook group.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Cool. I pin it in the announcements every time we do an interview. So yeah, I am excited for the rest of the season. I think it looks really good. I know I'm doing the fantasy thing, the fantasy league.
I am.
Yeah. I'm disappointed with my points after the first
week. Me too. It's like
I think that double episode threw us.
Yes, it did. I'm not happy about it. I'm like in 50th place. I'm pissed.
I'm in like 15th. Yeah. I was like, Joe, how the fuck did you
How
get
many people are in it?
There's a good amount. There's in the 40.
Yeah, wow. There's a good amount of us. Because I remember asking somebody and they're like, yeah, but we know the spoilers. I'm like, we just know who goes home.
Yeah.
We don't really know many of who sends them home. We don't really know many of the daily winners. And there's so many other categories you can get points.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of points categories. Yeah. And it's fun.
It is. And I'm not even great with this fantasy stuff, but but I'm excited for the rest of the season. I will give the CBS challenge a chance. Same. My hopes are not high. I have not heard great things. And then I'm just keeping my fingers crossed for some hopeful teams on 38 because I'm not a fan of the cast from the last couple seasons. I like the rookies better.
It's been atrocious. If I'm not being a CT stan, but if he wasn't on the show, I don't see me watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love CT. I don't care if he wins every season. It doesn't bother me. So
it's so boring, and then they take out there's no real fight, and then they just put so much time and effort in these people's like nothingness. There's no training, there's no fun on the dailies. It's just so production. It's so not the same, and it doesn't seem genuine anymore.
I want to go back to when they could drink as much as they wanted.
Exactly.
They partied all the time.
Like, listen, if you fuck up, you get sent home. Deal with it. You're an adult. Drink as much as you like. You fuck up, we send you home. You hit someone, you get sent home. But give us the fucking drunk. Give us the real crazy shit.
Yeah.
I need it.
I couldn't be on a show where I get a drink ticket.
Right.
I'm like, are you giving me $400 a night? Like, what is?
Right. Oh, you get 3? I'm like, what am I supposed to get drunk on with 3 tickets?
I could.
Yeah. Well, I can't. Even on an empty stomach, I can't.
No.
Like I need 3 times 3.
I'm a large person. It takes a lot for me to get intoxicated.
I know, G, you're a lightweight. You got drunk off of White Claws and Tampa.
I know.
I got drunk off of orange juice and vodkas. Okay.
Yum.
Yeah. It's the easiest thing to order at a loud bar. Just get orange juice and vodka. Thanks. It's the easiest part.
Well, Alex.
Yes. So Alex, thank you so much for being our guest co-host this week. This was fun. We loved having your perspective on everything. Those of you listening, if you don't already follow us on Facebook, we are the Challenge Unbothered.
Do it.
We also have Entertainment Unbothered, and we have a Car Maria fans group called the Challenge Car Maria Unbothered Fans.
Boom.
YouTube, the Unbothered Podcast, Instagram, the Challenge Unbothered, and Twitter at UnbotheredPod1. So make sure that you like, subscribe, download, rate, and support. Thank you so much. We will see you guys next week for the next episode of the Challenge AllStars.
Thanks, Alex.
Bye. Thanks, Alex.
Appreciate it.